Please summarize the report and do not be offended when I stop you. It means I have seen enough. I would rather ask questions because I read all these papers already. Okay, thank you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. So today I'm going to present our project with our team, establish a daycare center for ICL Graduate Business School. Here's our group member, Akshay. Kalwai is not showing up, so I'm gonna represent his part. Katya, Mook, and also Yogita. Next week. So here's what we are going to cover for our presentation. We're going to cover the introduction. I will do the introduction part. For the WBS, also me. And the recipe part will be covered by Mook. And the Gantt chart also by her. For the progress reporting, I'll take back for Camel. The risk management will be covered by Yogita. And the change management will be, change management is Yogita, and risk management is Katya. Communication with the stakeholders will be Akshay, and also for the virtual opportunities. I will take over the closures.
Okay.
So the background of the organization, ICL. Anybody doesn't know ICL? I bet some of you doesn't know what does ICL stands for. Anybody knows? Anyway, so International College of Linguistics. All right, next time somebody asks you, so you know what does it mean. Our organization was founded in 2002, so everybody knows, right? Okay, pinpoints. Why? Why do we need daycare centers? Because we have done some investigation. 47% of our fellow students came here with their family, with the children. So when there's a marketing demand for the daycare center. Because people like us were already broken after paying our tuition, right? You agree with me? Okay, so we need the daycare center, which can help us, it's easier to commute, we can come to the school, do our study, and also have our children being taken care of here. So it's convenient. Another thing is also, we want ICL for our brand reputation. So maybe we can build up our school brand. Now ICL does not only offer graduate program, we also have daycare centers. So that's also one of our key objectives. All right, so next I'm going to cover the WBS. I've broken down the WBS into 4 parts: the planning, the organizing, the monitoring, and the directing. So for the planning parts, I've broke down into 3 parts: the business case assessment and the planning. So month 1 and 2. So I will not maybe cover the detail, just high level.
Yeah, just highlight it. Don't discuss it.
Yeah. So the facility acquisition, the second part in the planning, and also you can see here in the organizing part is also covered. So basically that's the WBS. I will not cover the details. Just let you know.
That's more than enough.
Yeah, more than
Can we go to the next one, please?
Okay, so Mook will take over the recipe chart.
Yeah, just summarize it, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll discuss the recipe chart. For the first one, the project manager was accountable for reviewing, approving major decisions, and was responsible for the center lunch and business operations. And the next one is when business analysts, they play a crucial role. They were responsible for the business case assessment and planning, and was consulted for other departments. Then the human resources, they were responsible and accountable for recruiting and training staff. The operation team was accountable for ensuring that all business operations function effectively and meet the objectives and targets, and also provided consultation to ensure that smooth functioning. For was responsible and accountable for the compliance with license and regulation and also consulted to other departments regarding licensing and regulation. For the marketing team, they were responsible for the marketing and acquiring new students. And the finance team, they were consulted for the organizational fund, budgeting,
Please continue.
and making accounting decisions. And lastly, the procurement team was responsible for facility acquisition and renovation.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we go to the next one, please? Yes.
This our control is project schedule starting from initiative to the center launch.
That's all right. That's very common. So can we go to the next one, please? That's very good. Because it's just saying scheduling. Thank you very much.
So now we're going to go through the project numbers, comparing the budget amount versus the actual amounts after the project was finished for each phase of the project. So the first phase of the project is the business case assessment and planning. So we had estimated a 10K New Zealand dollars, and we ended up the project with $8,000. The $2,000 difference was because we were able to accelerate this phase. ICL was able to leverage the relationship it has with all the accredited educational agents and helping them with this research. The second phase, it refers to the facility search, acquisition, and renovation. So we have estimated a 380K for that, and we ended up with 320K. The 60K difference was pretty much because we were able to negotiate a very good rate for the lease, and also we were able to buy discounted furniture from the market. The recruitment and staffing training, we had estimated 120K, and we ended up with 150K. This 5K difference was because we had allocated 5,000K for on-demand staff daycare, and we ended up not using that. The fourth phase is compliance with required license and regulations. We had estimated 40K and ended up with 35K, and the difference is because we have very good commercial relationship with the lawyers, and we were able to negotiate a good agreement rate. Marketing and addition of new students, we had estimated 50K, and we ended up with 50K. Throughout the project, we had to monitor that very closely so that we wouldn't surpass the estimated amount. And last but not least, the center launch and business operations, we had estimated 70K, and we ended up with 40K. And the 30K difference is because we had estimated a 30K difference as a buffer in case something else happens, like an extra risk. So, and we ended up the project with an estimated 670K. We started with a 670K, and we ended up with 568K, a total savings of 102K due to very good management of the project, cost management.
Thank you. Can we go to the next one, please?
Yeah. So for the progress reporting, as we can see, everything's green, so we're on track. Month 1 to business case assessment was closed on time. Month 3 to 5, facility search, acquisition, renovation was done on track.
Yes.
And the facility was also renovated on time. Recruitment and the staff training was completely done by the month 7. So for the month 8 and 9, we were able to finish the compliance with the required license and regulations. On month 10 and 11, we were able to do some marketing for our school, and it was completed in month 10. And our center was successfully launched in month 12.
Okay.
Right, on track.
Can we go to the next one, please? Next reporter.
So now we're going to go through the risk management And for all of the risks that we identified here, we follow this process of evaluation. So first, identification, then assessment of probability and impact, then prioritization through a risk matrix, monitoring and control throughout the project, and responsive strategy and the documentation. So the first item was operational risks, which contemplates staff-to-child rate. So we have to have an adequate number of daycare teachers to the total numbers of kids we are going to have in the daycare center. That's actually established by law. Staff misconduct, administrative systems and flows, they have to function properly, appropriately, so that we can have enrollment and billing done properly, and disrupt events. So in case there is the school needs to close, or this or there is disruption in the operations, then we have to have a contingency plan for that. That's what we establish as a mitigation plan, a contingency plan, code of conduct and staff qualification and training for the daycare teachers, and on-demand staff in case we need, in case we have absence for the in-duty daycare teacher. The second item is health and safety. So in terms of security, the interest of unauthorized people, child abduction, data breaches of personal sensitive information, health, contagious outbreaks, food safety, and allergies. Safety, falls, slips, trips, choking and suffocation with small pieces of toys, even food, and fire and emergency. They have to be allocated at easy access, and people need to be trained correctly for evacuation. Environmental, indoor air quality, and hazardous materials and chemicals. So sometimes paint that kids use to play, they cannot contain, for example, lead or other toxic materials. For that, with the mitigation factors, we have rigorous facility safety protocols, strict health and hygiene protocols, staff training and supervision, incident report systems to report whatever risks they were identified, and when they occurred, who the responsible people are to be notified and contact. An emergency contact for the parents, a list of the emergency contact of the parents, and regular preventive maintenance regarding the air quality and evacuation.
Can you go to the market competition? Just that part, the strategic.
Yeah,
Market
strategic
competition.
integration was market competition and co-decision making. So market competition, if you analyze the market for the CBD region, we mapped 14 daycare child centers, and out of these 14, only six of them had vacancies available, and 2 of them only were part of a tertiary education.
Are these 14 here in the CBD? Are they in CBD?
In the CBD.
Okay.
In the CBD. And only 2 of them were part of a tertiary education company. And the difference is that all of the daycare centers, they closed at 6 or 5 or 6 p.m. And because like a lot of the classes of the students that come here to study, they study at night. That's our differential service. We are going to provide that at
Until what time it closes?
It closes at 9 when class is finished.
Okay. What time it opens?
It opens throughout the day, and it
What
opens
time?
at
In the morning?
8 in the morning
8
when
to
classes
9.
start. Yeah.
Okay,
8
thank
to
you.
9.
Can we go to the next one? Thank you very much.
But we have order to, compliance.
That's
with
all right.
regulation for nation.
That's all right, that's okay.
Okay.
I read that. Can we hear another one, please?
In this slide, I will be discussing change management. When it comes to change management, we need to understand the change. For understanding the change, we need to keep this plan keep us on the track and flexible. So change management, we have to monitor and keep reporting and checking on the 3 main areas: schedule, scope, and process change. Then we have there are some planned changes, like for example, if there is delay in construction.
Just mention what will be the change management that is applicable to your case. don't discuss these things anymore. What will be the change management that will be applicable to your,
For example, if there is a delay in construction or new services added or some updated or operational changes will be there.
okay,
So in that case, we need to first assess the impact and then we have a backup plan. Accordingly, we have to adjust the budgeting and schedule.
can you give me specific examples, please? Because these are all generalizations. Apply these things in the case.
Okay. So if there is any plan change, like if there is any operational changes,
Like what?
operational changes like if the construction is going on this floor and we have to move due to some security reasons, we have to move to the other places. So this could be a construction plan change. If there is an operational plan change, so there will be change in the management of the team. Like there are some new services added. Like if there is some like in the course, if there is some, we need to add some new services.
Okay.
That is related to operations.
Can you go to the next one, please?
And then when it comes to implement the changes, then
That's
there
all
is-
right. Can we go to the next topic?
Akshay will be there.
Hello everyone. So we are discussing about the communication with stakeholders. First of all, we have to understand who we are. The stakeholders are those who are directly and indirectly related to the project, like the subordinates, the parents, the BOD board of directors, the management, and the other substitute bodies, like which is directly responsible for the happening of this daycare center in the ICL. So, but what is our purpose? Our purpose is to provide services, like for stakeholders to get revenue, and for other parents to get services over there, and for other subordinates to get their paid. So how it can be explained? Like we have communication with stakeholders by meetings, with the video conferencing over there, and the routine type over there, and we have some conferences, get-togethers, emails. So these are the these are the things how we can communicate with stakeholders, and when they're required, there is any conflict of error arises, and then when the stakeholders want the update of the project, like weekly and monthly, up to them. So we have after that management expectation. So the stakeholders who are directly related to the project and they spend their capital to become successful our project. So the expectation from management that the stakeholders are know tip to toe about the project. So with their expertise, with that point of interest, they get to know about the concerns, the issue, suggestion. So we consider in that conflict resolution, like we are working in a environment. So we have contractors, we have architects, we have other helping bodies. So if there is conflict of issue in between them, so on a similar grounds, with active listening and with expertise of all, we can solve the issue of confliction. Documentation. When all is done, so we have to keep all the things on record, like about the lease agreements, about the records, about the charts, WBSS charts. So all in that documentation. Evaluate. Evaluate means we have to provide the best services to our stakeholders that will generate a good revenue for that and to make our project successful.
Okay, thank you.
The next one is project opportunities. First of all, we are going to negotiate with the when we have to the negotiation with the owner of building for the lease, negotiation with the builders, like how much they cost for the charge and motivation. So we have to celebrate.
That is already been discussed. Can you just talk about those rewards? I would like to talk about that. Celebrate a small achievement with rewards. How do you-
Like we have a competition with all other daycare centers also. If we generate a good capital and we get a good feedback from market as well as the parent perspective, so we can get rewards and some incentive to teachers.
Like what?
suppose-
Like what? Like what? Examples.
Example, like we also may make an employee of the month, like which teacher provide which good services, so we will get him a day off in a month. So these are the rewards, and we also get some rewards points that we can some points that we can rewards in the daily life to the shopping, online shopping, and as others. So time management. The management need to spend time with the stakeholders, the regular team.
That's all right. Can we go to the teamwork?
Yeah, the coordinates the teamwork, the construction team, the project manager will get the regular update from the construction team that how much time it will to be ready the project, and then elaborate to the board of directors with them, and the shareholders need to get all the knowledge about the products and how much time it will take to be running the body.
Okay, thank you. Can you go to the next one, please?
So to summarize, our project, the daycare center, was launched successfully within 12 months. And we are going to we're going to generate 233,000 New Zealand dollars with the 30 students in 1 year. That's our revenue, and we're going to have the ROI by the third year. So the project was completed on time and within budget. So thanks to everybody's effort.
Okay, thank you very much. I was just surprised because when I was reading at your report and also your presentation, you have forgotten, you have overlooked the fact that ICL offers early childhood education, right? We have an early childhood course, you know that, right? And this should have been mentioned in the project because this you can tie up, because in the early childhood part of the curriculum they have to have a practicum. They have to have a practicum before they graduate. Okay, and when they graduate, maybe they can be, given the opportunity as volunteers or as trainers in ICL, what call this child care center. Why did you not mention that one? Did you not? Was it not part of your deliberation? Because why would you be hiring teachers outside when you have graduates here who would be practically, like for example, Auckland University, okay? They have their own child care center. So all their students taking early childhood, they go to that childhood care center because you are hitting two birds with one stone. Yes?
Since we are launching the project, we want to make sure that the project will be successful, and we don't want any chances for people saying that the teachers that we employ here are not qualified for childcare. So that's why we're hiring people that already have experience in the market. And that maybe in the second year or third year, if we find it appropriate, we can slowly integrate these new students from ICL and see how it works in the project.
Okay, that's a good answer. Another point of view? The problem with the child care is the compliance, because you've got to understand that here in you cannot have a health care in a building. That is the reality there, because children cannot take the lift, they cannot take the stairs because of the fall and everything like that. So the problem is, if we will be sticking to this particular establishment, where are you going to hold it? Because you did not discuss that you will be having the healthcare somewhere, or it must be in the same building. Because if it is in the same building, it is not workable. You will not get a compliance, approval there. How come it was not mentioned in the report?
Yeah.
Because you had a discussion on compliance. The first question is where? Is it in one of the classrooms? Or are we going to hire another floor for this particular thing? Or it will be transferred to another place? Because you cannot have a healthcare in the building. You just can't. You're not allowed. You can allow if it is on the ground floor. You understand what I'm trying to say? But you need a space for a particular, a garden. It must be fenced in. You understand what I'm trying to say? And you cannot have it there because it's a very busy, street. So where is exactly it will be located? Would it be in the same building or out somewhere?
Somewhere in the confinement next door.
Okay, that was not mentioned in the report.
That's right.
And then part of the motivation is, for example, if these students have more children, okay, if they have 2 or 3 children that they would like to enroll in the child care, would they be getting a discount per child, or it will be the same, price for each child?
So it will discount, like if you enroll 2 students, so you get a 30% discount. If you enroll 3 students, so you'll get a 50% discount.
So if I have the 4 children, then the last one will be free. Again, that was not mentioned in the report. What I'm trying to say is that's very good. Thank you very much. That was nice. Very nice.